All right, Jeff Zimmerman with the one and only, the most interesting man in boxing, Keith one-time Thurman. How you doing, champ?
Doing good, man. Behind on my schedule. So I got to pump out the steady state while I knock out some interviews and get people excited for this matchup coming October 25th.
Yeah, man. Listen, we spoke back when you were in Australia. I might have been one of the few US media guys to maybe get a hold of you back then before your Brock Jarvis fight. You took care of business then, and now you're fighting for a world title. Talk about that.
I mean, this is where champions belong, baby. You know, at 36 years old, I mean, what am I going to do? You know, taking the easy route. I was hoping to actually get the zoo fight this summer. That was the whole reason why we went to Australia. I mean,
Right.
besides the fact that it was the first fight offer that I got that paid dollars uh, after my injury, my bicep tear in 2024. So, with no proposals on U.S. soil, what am I to do? I'm a yes man. I take the fights that are presented to me. I was presented with Brock Jarvis. I was happy to go over there. This is not the sport of boxing. This is the world of boxing. And so it's amazing, man. The child in me, the little boy in me who first laced up his gloves at 7 years old was happy to go overseas and to showcase my skills and talent and to be in front of those Aussie fans. And I was hoping to build up a great fight with Tim Tszyu that summer. I agreed to fight him in Australia, but his management team opted this summer to take the rematch clause policy against Fundora. Maybe they didn't like the power that they saw on display over there in Aussie land. So they thought they were going to have an easier fight. And clearly it was not. And so with Zoo out of the picture, Thurman's a big thinker when it comes to the world of boxing. And I'm ready to do great things, always anticipating the next move. You got to see, boxing is like chess, you know? You got to watch how the pieces move on the board and you got to analyze them before you attack. And I was presented with the world title shot. How could I say no? I think this is a great fight to do here, to do now. Of course, Fundora wants to upgrade his resume with somebody of my caliber, with my stats. Even though I'm moving up from the welterweight division, his resume is not quite, you know, he doesn't have the plethora of elite names on his resume. So I'm pretty sure his team said, let's get Thurman now. Let's do it. He's 36 years old. He's a lot smaller than my guy. My guy's strong. He dominated Tim Tszyu. They got to be rolling with that momentum. They got to be rolling and steaming, believing that they have the greatest fighter right now at 154. And, you know, I'm here to throw a wrecking ball into their vision. And that's what October 25th is all about for me.
Nobody is lining up to fight the towering inferno, Mount Fundora, as you called him. And here you are, man, Keith. You've had bad luck, you've had inactivity, you've had injuries, and you got a lot of naysayers out there as well. You know what? I mean, that drive is undescribable.
You know, the funny thing is most people don't know ish about boxing. You know, you know what you've seen of Keith Thurman. You don't know Keith Thurman. I've been in the ring with world champions since I was 16 years old. I'm talking about Jeff Lacey, Winky Wright, Antoine Echols, Chad Dawson, Andre Berto. Okay? I've been living this life. I tell you people all the time, you watch this. I live this. You keep watching this. I keep living this. The Sean Porter podcast, they were scratching their heads. They said, when is Thurman going to get old? How old is he now? Is he old yet? 36? When is he going to get old? I age like fine wine. You know, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And that's what I'm bringing into the ring. It's not just my one punch, Keith one time Thurman power, but it's the knowledge of the sport that I know Fundora has not seen. Tim Tszyu does not exude boxing IQ. He's a tough guy. He's a rough guy. And you made him stop. You made him quit. You hit him with a 1-2. You put him on his butt. I understand. I understand you're feeling yourself right now, Fundora. But like I told the people, oh, he's been stopped before. He's been rocked before. He's been dropped before. And when I get my hands on him, he's going to remember what it felt like to be in a bad place, to be in a bad situation. I'm always waiting for that next fight. I'm always waiting for that next contract. But as soon as they sign it, in my heart, in my mind, they don't even know that they've already made a mistake. Like Ali said, I'm going to show you how great I am. At 36, I told you guys this is the comeback of Keith One-Time Thurman. That's what 2025 is all about. And now I'm doing it, and I have an opportunity to prove it come October 25th.
What's it going to take, Keith, to knock down that tree, man? Because you're right. He did get knocked out by Mendoza, that one punch, but he's been boxing a little bit more, trying to leverage that reach. But you're going to have to get in the fire, go in the fire, or you're looking to put on a boxing lesson.
Of course, we got to get close enough to hit the man. We got to get in the fire, you know? When you look back at his last fight, which he was the dominant factor, but you look back at right before Tim Tszyu quit, I think the 7th round was Tim Tszyu's best round. I think he was all over the highlight reel. Left hook, boom. Overhand rights, boom. Because Fundora has a old bad habit of letting people get too close. He's comfortable on the inside when people theoretically believe he should be comfortable on the outside. And we all know boxing theory, okay? His head might be up here. At least his chin is down here, people, okay? At least his head might be up here. I might not get a temple shot, but at least his chin is down here. That helps me a little bit, you know? I'm looking at my target, what I really need to hit, where I really need to focus. But if you know boxing, how do you chop down a tree? You go to the body. You go to the body. Look at the films. Has anybody really dug? Has anybody really dug into Fundora's body? I've yet to see it. I've yet to see it. And, the name's One Time for a reason. There's going to be an opportunity for me to get a great headshot or a great body shot as we keep up with the pressure, as we sit in the heat, as we burn in the fire. Because luckily for me, he's rough, he's tough, but he's a little bit of a sloppy Joe. It's not Floyd Mayweather we're fighting. This is not Pernell Whitaker. He's no ballerina. It's not the prettiest of the pretties, but he keeps grinding. He keeps pressing, and he's been a dominant force so far. Hey, what can I say? We're going to Vegas, baby. I'm a bet on myself.
Hey man, can't wait. And I know you got a lot of fans out there. All my interviews with you, man, they just blow up.